The translation of Prada is Torben Grail has just said he thinks Butterworth wants the right, so let him have it.
Prada tight underneath them here. Team New Zealand wriggling. They've got back onto port. Prada are early.
A lot of time to kill here. They're only 10 seconds back from the line. They've got to kill a lot of time here. It looks as though Prada will be okay for the pin in.
They want different ends of the line. That's making it easy. Prada want the left-hand end. Team New Zealand want to protect the right. We're in a left-hand phase.
Well, I thought we heard Brad Butterworth say there was a port-in bias. Anyway, they're coming down to the start. Race 3, America's Cup 2000, and it is Prada on starboard, out by the pin in. That's what they wanted, and that's what they've got. Meanwhile, at the committee boat end of the line, it is Team New Zealand.
We were right on the start line there, and Prada were about a third of the length late.
So Prada want to tack immediately, and we're coming to the first cross very quickly in this race. And Prada has tacked onto port, and it's Team New Zealand on starboard that is going to cross, is it? What are they going to do? Are they going to protect the right? Are they going to tack in front, or are they going to cross over? They're going to tack. They're going to face them, Chris.
They want to protect the right, the power of the right.
So the early advantage to the black boat. Now both boats on board. Line of advantage even. A gnat's whisker to the black boat, maybe.
I was amazed in that pre-start when Team New Zealand were on the hip of Prada that they actually late in dialing up and were allowing...
Right, Torben Grail said he wants to tack. He's got to get out of here.
Lefty, right? Oh, yeah. It's good lefty here. Well, classic match racing here as we look there at Team New Zealand there on the left of the screen. That's them on starboard tack at the moment, trying to maintain that right-hand advantage Chris Law was talking about. And coming up, we can see the symmetry of the tacks there through this area, right through here. Brad Butterworth not giving Prada any leverage whatsoever. As soon as they get up to speed, they keep coming back. All they want to do is keep the right-hand side advantage. And here comes Prada now coming back. Team New Zealand tacking in tight underneath them, doing a good job. It's only about a length, but that's all they need. Just keep that slight advantage, keep the power of the right, that starboard tack advantage.
Well, Matteo Plazzi there on board Prada. They'll be pretty excited by this, but they're coming back. He's taking a laser shot right now to look at the range and bearing. And he'll be telling Torben and Francesco how much they've gained and lost. And I must say, I thought the looks on board Team New Zealand a moment ago were looks of worry as they were searching for wind and for the conditions. And the word coming off Prada at the moment is this is the best wind they've had so far. So they're obviously getting a good lift and good direction. So the game might be back on here, folks.
Prada has made a big gain, bow to bow. That's with the wind just rotating to the left, giving Prada a bit of a gain. What Team New Zealand are looking for here is the wind to just rotate back to the right before they'll come across and engage. But Peter Gilmore, Prada in this condition looks competitive.
They do look nice. They seem to be sailing very, very nicely. And I saw Prada's track coming back down a little bit there, and they must be a little bit frustrated by that. But the interesting thing here is that the southerly wind is very, very variable in direction, and it's a very difficult condition to sail in. It depends who opens their door up on the north shore there and lets the wind through as to whether you get a puff or not.
After being even about 3 minutes or so ago there, we can see that Prada's slipped back a little bit now. Team New Zealand with the yellow trail. Look at the way they've been able to just sail a little bit closer here. Meanwhile, Prada
was veering that way a little bit, and that's been an advantage to Team New Zealand. Looks like the wind's shifted very slightly right there, and that's in Team New Zealand's favour. That's them we see there. So now it looks like it's probably out to around 2 to 3 boat lengths at the moment. In fact, it's just over 2 lengths. As soon as that breeze goes a little bit further right, Team New Zealand will possibly look at wanting to come back and consolidate.
We should go. Okay, here they go. Team New Zealand are going to come. And I think Prada might cross. Certainly they might get tight under their lee bow. This is key point of this match. They haven't had the big ridey they wanted.
Yeah, okay, just hang for that puff, I think.
A little high, sort of coming round his bow a wee bit here.
Okay, PJ, the decision here for Prada. Team New Zealand are going to come out of the right the next
Yeah, I know,
few
we're going to
seconds.
go on this puff, guys.
Yeah, here they go.
Here it comes. It's going to be a header, hopefully.
Team New Zealand are going to attack.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
So Brad Butterworth saying they've got to go.
yeah, I don't think Prada will cross.
We've got to go, yeah, we've got to go.
Here they go. And Prada have got to make the decision. It will not go behind. I don't think they will cross. Their only option is to tack on their lead bow. Here comes Team New Zealand.
So Team New Zealand now on starboard.
They're well ahead.
Prada have to keep clear.
He's going to hit He's going to hit the tip.
They're going to attack, I think.
Prada want to stay to Lewis.
Yeah.
That's the call from Torben Grail.
They're going to go now. They're going to follow it around the top bar.
Yes, we're on the lay line.
Okay, Team New Zealand are on the ley line, so they will tack set. Prada, outside them, will follow them round, but they will have time to get their pole on and will do slightly faster set.
All right, Chris, the Spinnaker hoist here, and the decision on what they're going to do is going to be crucial. Give us the options, take us through it.
Well, Team New Zealand have no option. They're going to tack set. No way can they come away on a jibe. That's a spin hoist. Wouldn't even consider it. We're looking at 14 knots. It's going to be a Spinnaker. There you are. Team New Zealand think they're on the ley line. Our animation shows us slightly below it. Team New Zealand are going to lead by about 2 or 3 lengths. Prada will tack on the port, get their pole up, and will do slightly faster set.
Get ready for the action
Oh,
of
the
Mark
change have got
1.
a mark, Mike, so it's definitely port pole, 355.
This is really going to put pressure on both crews. Prada are right in this, and as Chris has suggested, they'll both do barrelways, and that will be a wonderful opportunity to Prada to attack if they're only a couple of boat lengths behind.
We're there.
Okay, Team New Zealand on the ley line now. Standby tack. Port pole, barrelway set. Prada tight on their heels.
Mark 1, race 3. Team New Zealand at the top mark, but boy, if they got a race on their hands. That's the voice of Simon Dalton there. Amiga clock ticking off.
They've gone for Jenica. Team New Zealand are in a Jenica. Prada go for a Spinnaker, they'll be able to get down inside them.
Prada round Mark 1, 19 seconds behind Team New Zealand. Now, this is going to be fascinating.
Jenica as well. 2 Jenica.
But Prada are in a position to be able to influence the airflow on Team New Zealand, Chris.
Well, the characteristic in previous races is to sail deeper, closer to the bottom mark.
He's jiving.
Here we go, driving both boats. Team New Zealand were waiting for Prada to make the first move. You can see a man up the mast on Team New Zealand. Better jibe to Prada. Prada here want to get themselves into a position to put turbulent air down onto Team New Zealand. Team New Zealand there, far enough advanced to be getting the wind from ahead of Prada.
Same speed now, but don't go any lower.
Butterworth wanting to keep the bow just slightly rotated right towards Prada to keep his air clear. Peter Gilmore, both boats reaching quite hard now. It's like they're pressing the boats a little harder on this downwind leg on starboard.
That's right. I think the gain, certainly on that first port leg, was to Prada, but now I think it's very close, and it's actually quite easy to defend against this wind shadow that comes down from Prada onto New Zealand by just going bow up, as you're seeing New Zealand do now, which moves their apparent air further forward. As the yacht's moving forward, its apparent wind direction is the wind that moves down across the race course, and the wind you actually feel on your face is the best way to describe it. And you go bow up, it moves the apparent wind forward and basically moves you away from that wind shadow, and that's what they've done. But the gain goes to Prada because you're sailing a longer course, and that's what we're seeing now. Prada has gained up here, and certainly New Zealand won't want too many more of these jibes.
Yeah, we're faster than him. We're fast, yep.
Setting up for a jibe. They like their speed.
Okay, it's 3 this way and 5.5 the other. He's really digging it deep. He's trying to... He's parking it, though. Okay, ready here.
Here comes the jibe from Team New Zealand.
Now, the interesting thing there, PJ, was that Team New Zealand initiated that jibe. Just as they went into it, they got a nice heading path there. Good speed. They initiated the jibe.
Barry Mackay out to the left.
I wouldn't go too deep, though, because it's quite light.
Team New Zealand to the left.
Yeah, he's just in a puff, though. He's got a nice puff above us.
The modern America's Cup boat set against the backdrop of downtown Auckland, and in the foreground, the replica of HMS Endeavour, the yacht that was used to circumnavigate New Zealand, or the ship rather, that was used to circumnavigate New Zealand and Australia by Captain James Cook in 1769.
Fantastic shot.
Now watch them pull the middle of the sail into the boat. Down comes the drop from Team New Zealand. They've practiced and rehearsed this 1,000 times. Richard Dodson there, Murray Jones. Get it out of the water. Done. Matthew Mason to the left.
Prada made a gain here.
Prada have made a gain, have they? Remember, they were leading by 19 seconds, Mark 1. This is Mark 2, race 3. And Team New Zealand led by 19 seconds at the first mark.
Okay, PJ, watch for Prada to come round here, settle and roll into attack. Brad has already warned his gunners he'll go with him. So it'll be a Simo tack. Here go Prada now.
So Prada click off on the Amiga clock at 17 seconds astern. A gain to the Italians of 2 seconds. Expect them to tag immediately.
Team New Zealand will go with them. Going with them now.
And Team New Zealand going with them immediately.
Now they'll put their bow down, try and get going, get rolling, get their bow forward, lock them in jail.
It looks better. It's actually better above us.
Yeah. PJ, the breeze is in the left here. We've got 160, so maximum left pressure. See the bow, Team New Zealand up there, good bow wave.
So this is aboard Team New Zealand. It looks like Jeremy Scatterbury out to the right. It looked like Richard Dodson, was it? Out to the right.
14 this way, 8 the other. Yeah, we are.
Jeremy Scatterbury out to the left. That is Richard Dodson.
Torben just commenting to Francesco that he feels that the race committee will not have a chance to change the course before they get down to the next mark, which means change the leeward leg of the course before they get to the next top mark, which means that they must have a left-hand shift on at the moment, and possibly he's thinking that they may do a jibe set, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Well, if the breeze does go right, it will help Prada somewhat, but a lot of the damage will have already been done. And as we can see here, we lay the wind on, it's gone a long way left. And in fact, looking at the yellow trail of Team New Zealand, they've just rotated, lifted like that as they've gone across here. But now as we come down a little bit closer, we can see Prada's starting to head off a little bit like that, which would suggest that the wind's starting to shift a little bit more around to the right, which is what Prada's hanging tough and hoping for at the moment. Looking at them there, though, they're now a considerable distance behind Team New Zealand. They went round the bottom mark only 70 metres behind. So that's doubled now. So the guys on the black boat would be pretty happy about that. And at the moment, they're more than happy just to keep Prada heading out towards that other ley line, just shutting the options down. In fact, there goes Prada now. They've decided they've got to tack out of there and try and get this game back into the middle of the course.
Well, Team New Zealand tacking to cover. They don't want to let them up, and Prada going back to clear their air. Team New Zealand will extend on for a short while here and probably tack back, as Russell's starting to call it now. They don't want to let Prada out from under their foot. So the word coming off Prada is they want to be on the opposite tack to Team New Zealand, so they're going to throw everything they have at them here to keep out of phase. I was just thinking to myself a moment before how tame this windward beat has appeared so far, that Prada is really doing exactly what Team New Zealand would like, and that is sailing long straight lines rather than trying to mix it up. And here they come, they're starting to mix it up. Is it too late?
The wind shifts coming into play in this third leg, Peter Lester.
Well, what's noticeable to me is that Team New Zealand, as well as covering the opposition, are certainly sailing quite a loose style of race in terms of they want to keep themselves in, because the wind's moving around a lot and the pressure's up and down, they're loose enough that they can take advantage of any change in wind direction. So this is quite a loose style, and now we're seeing quite big separation between the boats again.
It's a frustrating technique, this, Peter, to match race against. Something that I've met Russell on many occasions, and they've done it well. And they continue out about 300 or 400 metres like they have now, tack on a nice wind shift and pick it up, and you just don't have any answers for it. You can't come back on anything. So Team New Zealand will be sailing the lifted course all the time and giving Prada nothing but the headed course. And that really makes a lot of difference out there.
Team New Zealand have been practicing or trialling, and even wind strengths greater than this with asymmetrical. It seemed, Chris, that Team New Zealand had a smaller Spinnaker, and the Italians a bigger Spinnaker, and it didn't look quite so stable. And the New Zealanders with a smaller Spinnaker sailing at hotter angles. That's what they did last time. We'll try and keep an eye out of that. There's Brad Butterworth saying we're there.
Okay, one thing they have to watch out for is they're going to set this Spinnaker here. Prada coming in on the right-hand ley line on starboard, have right of way. Now, they're not allowed to interfere over another leg of the course unless they're sailing their proper course, which is straight at that mark. But Team New Zealand must keep out of the way here.
He'll go, but we'll go above him, mate.
They're going above him. In other words, they're going to windward of him.
Mark 3, race 3.
Stand by
Team New Zealand hoisting their Spinnaker.
Stand by head to head here.
Lovely set.
You're okay there. You're okay there. You're okay there. Come down a bit. Come down a bit.
Okay,
Come down a little bit.
Going past to windward.
Okay,
Prada, they're clear. See what I mean there, PJ? Prada are not allowed to change their course, allowing Team New Zealand to keep out of the way. And the umpire boat was right behind watching it. No flags, no incident.
Brad Butterworth calling to Russell Coots. Hold it there, you're okay now. This is a huge gain to Team New Zealand here on leg 3, race 3. Black Magic leading Luna Rossa by 17 seconds at mark number 2. The Omega clock clicks over 60 seconds and still counting. Round mark 3. Prada rounds at 1 minute and 11 seconds.
That's 6 seconds short of a minute gain on one beat.
Behind Team New Zealand.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, there's action on Prada, setting up for a peel. Peter Gilmore, this could be messy. It's got all the ingredients for something to go wrong with that jib still sitting on deck unpacked.
That's right. The reason they're going to peel to this Spinnaker is because the wind speed has increased, which you can see they're trying to get the pole back. But with these Gennicas, it's quite difficult to go pole back because they're not the right shape for it, whereas a Spinnaker is much rounder and sort of bulbous, more like a balloon shape.
The sail is now clipped into the end of the pole. Up we go on the halyard with the new sail.
Interesting thing about these hoists is the new sail has no load in it until you fire off the old sail. See, as they fire off there, boom, the new sail gets loaded up and then sets out in front. That was a fairly nice peel they've done thus far. They ease it out.
Well, this looks, if that gets around the back of the mainsail, no, it's saved. Now, retrieving the sail back on board. Got it under control. They've actually done a pretty nice job there, peeling from a Gennica to a Spinnaker.
Well, this is interesting what New Zealand is doing here. They're going wing and wing, which is just before you jibe over. They've torn the foot of their Gennica here. Now they're jibing over. That Gennica looks like it could go. What do you think, Gary?
Well, that's the first time we've seen a mistake by the New Zealand crew. They got a ripped Spinnaker. Gee, it's a white one that ripped, not a green one. They've got about 5 minutes or so to leeward mark, so the question is, do they go for a sail change? You can see they've got an extra bag on the deck there. Doesn't look like it's going to rip all the way to me, but definitely slowing the boat down. So an opportunity for the Italian boat.
First sign of unease on board Team New Zealand. A rip, but it looks to be holding.
We just got to sail deeper than normal mode. And we're
Just before the sail ripped,
Yeah, I
to
don't
me
think
it
they're
looked
going to
like...
try and peel this sail. I think they're going to try and live with it.
Come on, I want to sit up for a peel.
Okay, they're going to jibe it. Now, if it's going to break, it'll be now. They'll trip the pole off. Here goes the pole. Pole coming back. Spinnaker goes inside out, sheet right round the outside. As it loads up, will it survive? There it goes. Turn the boat now. Stand by.
I think a clever move by Russell Coote staying directly downwind and not heating up too early until they got that Spinnaker around. So a good steering job by Coots.
Get the pressure off it. He'll keep the bow down here. Oh, they'll load the headsail. They haven't got another Gennica ready to go.
Halyard off. Downhaul rope coming down below. Crew get their hands on it. Down she goes inside the hatch. Grinders start whirring away on the winches now, pulling the sails in. Mainsail in first, then the jib, and you'll see the teamwork here as the grinders really have to dig in and wind those sails on hard. Over 5 ton of load on that main sheet rope at the back.
Mark 4, Team New Zealand, leading by 1 minute and 11 seconds around the third mark. But Prada looked to have gained a little on that last downwind run. Just a little bit of a crew test there, Peter Lester for Team New Zealand, but they handle it well.
There's not a lot Prada can do here. I mean, they obviously haven't got the speed. There's not enough in the breeze here, either in speed or direction, barring catastrophe, for them to get back in the hunt. I mean, they're going to be, what are they going to be, minute and a half behind them? Best guess?
Andrew Taylor to the right, Simon Daubney to the left. Except Matthew Mason just behind Simon Daubney.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Coming to Mark 5, the last in race 3, going into the last leg. Under Spinnaker, it's an asymmetric Spinnaker going up.
And that's in 15 knots true. Have they got any Spinnakers? Oh, it is a Spinnaker.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it is.
Oh, I'm getting it wrong every time, man.
As they're getting ready for the hoist, Kalavasani, Max Arena on the bow. The immediate clock still ticking away. It stops at 1 minute 43. A gain of 43 seconds to Team New Zealand and 1 leg to go.
Boy, their upwind advantage. Amazing.
They have to upset this man and this machine he's got going for him, as he affords himself a little smile coming down to the finish. I know the feeling when you're comfortable in a race and in front. You say, well, not much is going to happen from here, but you try and keep your concentration up just to get across the finish line and take the vital point.
Well, this is a nice job by Team New Zealand in the third race. Apart from that one glitch that they had with their Spinnaker on the last downwind leg, they really have sailed almost the perfect race. A brilliant start, winning the first cross and then going out to extend by, well, at the moment, over a minute, 1 minute 40, and it looks like it will be a bit round that at the finish.
Low-key, confident, professional, and remorseless. Going into race 3 today of America's Cup 2000, there were many unanswered questions after races 1 and 2, and today a lot have been answered. The key issue is Team New Zealand really have got the power to windward, and they seem to be able to squirt out when they need to. Team New Zealand beat Prada in race 3 and go 3-0 up.
Sure, the pin is.
Over Luna Rosa.
Sure, the pin's downwind.
It was fascinating to see the start. It looked as though Russell Coutts might be able to cart Prada outside the ley line. He elected to go to the right, and that gave them the power of the right on the first beat to windward. It was close. But from then on, Team New Zealand simply extended, and today in race 3 have beaten Prada by 1 minute and 39 seconds.